Today, we're going to build General Grievous' Starfighter using 14 LEGO pieces.
These are all the pieces you are going to need. In the description of this video, I left the piece names, count, and design IDs.
First, I'm going to grab this 1 by 2 by 2/3 brick with studs on both sides. And this big ugly end here, that's going to be the back of our Starfighter. And this front stud is where I'm going to put the nose cone of our Starfighter. To do that, I'm going to grab this cheese wedge slope and put it so that the thin end is on top and it slopes down to the bottom. And I've got these side studs here. On the first front side stud, I'm going to grab a 1 by 1 tan plate and put that on the front stud. And then behind that, on that next stud, I'm going to get a 1 by 1 brown plate. And this is kind of simulating those vents that you'll see between the wings and the cockpit of the Starfighter, and you kind of see that color variation there. And now we got to put on the wings that these vents are attached to. And to do that, I'm going to grab a 3 by 2 wedge plate, and the longer end is going to be the front of our Starfighter. The flat end is on top, and then on the bottom it slopes up and towards the back. And this is the position of our wing. And what I'm going to do is this front stud, behind that, I'm going to grab a 1 by 1 plate with tooth and put it so that that tooth is facing forward. So I put it on the back, and now that tooth is facing forward. And now that I've got that wing, I'm going to connect it by putting those two colored 1 by 1 plates behind the tooth, and it fits in like that. Now, if you want, you can also just grab the 3 by 2 wedge plate, and then along the top, you're going to put the tooth plate, the tan plate, and the brown plate. And then once you get those in place, just pop it on the sides so that the colored plates go onto the brick like this, and that tooth plate is not attached to anything. But here we've got the wings of General Grievous' Starfighter. Now we just got to kind of build it back and give that longer body. And to do that, I'm going to grab a 1 by 4 plate piece and just put it so the front 2 studs of that plate piece go on the front top 2 studs of our brick right here. And we kind of get the body of our Starfighter. And in the back, to create the cockpit, I'm going to grab a cheese wedge slope, another dark bluish gray cheese wedge slope, and put it on that back stud so it's low in the back and sloping up to the front. And the reason I'm doing that is because now I'm going to get a translucent black cheese wedge slope and put it on the stud right next to it, sloping down. We've created the cockpit of General Grievous' Starfighter. Now, we still need a little more girth of this body in the back. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this 45 2 by 1 slope, and we're going to put it so that the stud is facing forward and towards our ship, and it's sloping down. And we're going to put that into that back ugly stud on the bottom from our brick. And here we've got a completed General Grievous Starfighter.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or check out some of our other videos. Until next time, let's keep building together.